Hi, Professor Hemmerl. Alex Strinka here. Excuse me if I cough throughout this, I am a little sick. But the problem I decided to research was the death of malls in America specifically because of e-commerce. And my solution is a constantly changing interactive mall that actually gives people a reason to come beyond just the shopping because it provides an experience. Some competitors that I was already aware of are like Urban Outfitters and Shinola. I know those aren't exactly malls, but they are stores that are doing what I intend my mall to do. Um, and then other than that, the malls that are similar, that are making an experience, making shoppers want to come for more than just the stores, is the Grove in Los Angeles. It has a mini main street and a trolley running down its center. It hosts summer concerts. And then the Palisades Center in West Nyack. Probably butchered that whole sentence right there. That has a bowling alley, a comedy club, indoor rope climbing course, movie theater. So yeah, those are just some examples. But how my mall is different is it's larger. There's more opportunity, there's more options, and it's consistent with its events. But it's not like the same thing every week either, like the same rope climbing, same movie theater, whatever. Um, so mine, how I envision it, is brings the creative community together. So this is a really good mall for startups and for people wanting to test their market and get their name out there. I envision the mall having mostly startups actually as part of the retail stores. But it's meant to be like an incubator for consumers and for individuals who are trying, to grow. So some of the new events every week, for example, would be like a poetry slam, freestyle art. So you bring artists in and they'll just like freestyle draw on the walls of the mall. Um, it's just an overall fun place to be, and it's just a platform for people who want to set up booths or feature their products in whatever stores might match their product. Um, it could initiate a clothing swap as a reoccurring event. Um, there could be like a thrift section so people can donate or sell their clothes. But another cool part about it would be that when they leave their clothes, they leave the story behind with it. So it'd be cool if like the clothing, you know exactly where it came from, what like where, when, where, who, what, all the five W's. Okay. I won't get into that. But yeah, so it's just, there's a lot going on in this mall. It would need a really good management team. But um, like Urban Outfitters and Shinola, they do things like they host pop-ups in their stores to help people starting new brands feature them that way, get their name out there through an already established brand like themselves. I've been to Urban Outfitters before in LA, and they actually had a DJ in there, so it was like bumping. There was free food, free drinks. Um, they invite artists in to get people to come into the store, like, oh, come in. This person will sign your item, or like will stitch something on for you complimentary. So stuff like that. But this is being implemented not just in one store, but throughout the whole mall. Um, yeah. So it's also a culturally aware mall and environmentally aware. So plastic bags wouldn't really be a thing in this mall. It's all about like the new ways of thinking and all that good stuff. So my idea is be creative because it's like I mentioned before, these are out there, but they're just not being implemented in the way that I envision it. It's like the next level. So yeah, and then I researched all these brands by Google, going on their website, going on their Facebooks, seeing the events they host, just tracking that stuff. And let's see what I learned. Something that I learned that about the mall industry is that by 2022, analysts estimate that one out of every four malls in the U.S. could be going out of business, and about 9,000 retail stores closed on their own last year. So the mall boom it started 60 years ago, and it was like the same concept. Like it brought people together. It was a fun family thing to do, fun thing to go with your friends. But now kids are growing up and they're kind of like, oh, that's just something my parents, would do, is go to the mall. Like it's not, it's not as cool. It's dying because when online shopping became a thing in the 2000s, obviously that is more convenient and whatnot. So I think, this concept is really cool because it's it's reviving what is dying supposedly. So like Toys R Us is a good example. They just filed for bankruptcy. Tivana did too. A bunch of Sears and Macy's are closing, and that's just because there's too much of that all around. There's a Macy's 10 miles from another Macy's. Um, and this is just the problem I realize is, it's more convenient for people to buy online, but they still want, the personal aspect of it. They still want to be able to try on the clothes, but they're not as tempted to anymore because it's not really worth it to go to the mall. And with this new mall idea, new mall concept, I would definitely want to go with my friends constantly. It'd be like the place to go for your night out or whatever, your day off. So yeah, hope you like my idea. It's a lot cooler in my head how I picture it, and I don't want to take up too much of your time. I already went 3 minutes over. But yeah, thanks for listening. Bye.